The following is an urgent message for anyone who suffers from embarrassing dark spots on their face, chest, hands, or neck. A brand new discovery out of Harvard Medical School is sending shockwaves through the dermatology world after scientists announced their discovery of the real culprit behind the hated age spots that leave us feeling older, less attractive, and invisible. And it's not UV damage from the sun, genetics, smoking, your diet, or just getting old, but a bizarre phenomenon called leaky skin, where the pigment beneath the surface of your skin begins seeping to the surface, then pooling up into dark blotches that are impossible to ignore. Hey, it's Susan Blanche here, and inside this video that dermatologists, skincare experts, and even the makers of luxury skincare products are hoping you never watch, you're going to see how a humiliating moment at my grandson's kindergarten led me to an amazing dark spot erasing secret that allows your skin to go from this to this, and from this to this. It's a secret that was discovered by one of America's top dermatologists, and it allows anyone to make their embarrassing, age-revealing dark spots fade away in a matter of weeks, restoring your skin to its youthful, radiant glow, eliminating every insecurity you have about feeling or looking old, and making you feel even more confident than you have in years, or even decades. As day after day and night after night, your dark spots become lighter and lighter, revealing the clear, glowing skin underneath. This secret has nothing to do with expensive skincare products, painful procedures, or lasers, and nothing to do with extensive makeup routines, or sun exposure, UV light, or anything like that. It is so much simpler, and it addresses what scientists at Harvard Medical School and the world-famous Massachusetts General Hospital have now identified as the real culprit behind all of our dark spots, a phenomenon called leaky skin. And I'll explain all of the details and show you all the research about this during this short video. Plus, more importantly, you'll discover how to stop leaky skin and get rid of those pesky dark spots once and for all, along with the disturbing reason why even high-end sunscreens and moisturizers can make your dark spots 11 times worse. So make sure to pay careful attention, because already more than 76,300 people from all walks of life have used this life-changing information found in this video to erase their hated dark spots and their deepest wrinkles, creases, and fine lines for good. Like Patricia.
I've struggled with dark spots for years, and I've tried literally everything. From high-end skincare products to expensive treatments, nothing worked, and I started to lose hope. But after reading your message and trying the dark spot erasing secret, my skin has improved drastically. People don't even recognize me anymore, and I feel way more confident. Thank you.
I am a busy grandmother, and I thought there is no way I'd ever have the time or money to restore my skin to its youthful glow. But your message changed everything. In just seconds a day, I saw my dark spots start to fade and my skin transform. My husband won't stop telling me how pretty I look. I've never felt so attractive.
I have always been conscious about my appearance, but especially the dark spots, which, have you noticed they seem to multiply with age? I have tried countless remedies and spent a fortune on high-end skincare products that just don't work. But after browsing the internet, I actually stumbled across your video and decided to give the dark spot dissolving secret a try. And let me tell you, the results have been completely life-altering. My dark spots have nearly disappeared. I have regained my confidence, and I can finally go outside without makeup, not worrying about having to cover up my dark spots. So I just want to thank you so much for this life-changing solution.
Now it's your turn to join these folks. And once you do, you'll be amazed at how quickly your dark spots start to fade. You'll see that wrinkles and fine lines are vanishing and that you look anywhere from 5 to 10 years younger. You'll no longer shy away from pictures or feel embarrassed about your appearance. And you'll be amazed by how frequently your friends and family comment on how much more youthful you look, or even ask you for your secret. So, let's go ahead and get started now. So, like I mentioned a minute ago, my name is Susan Blanche. I'm 50 years old and live near Little Rock, Arkansas. And while I'd always had a few freckles, about 5 years ago, I noticed how they were growing darker and becoming larger. And even worse, they were spreading too, with new spots popping up on my face, my hands, my arms, even my chest, even though I was putting on layers of sunscreen each day just to leave the house. It got to the point where I'd wake up each morning and dread looking in the mirror, because I knew that my dark spots would look more monstrous than they had the day before, a constant and visible reminder of my fading youth. Despite layering on countless creams like retinol or vitamin C serums, and despite trying costly treatments like laser therapy or microdermabrasion, my freckles just kept multiplying and darkening. I even resorted to hiding behind tons of makeup, but all that did was dry out my skin, make me look older, and clog my pores. And soon I was spending a fortune. But all I was doing was masking the problem, not fixing it. And masking is being generous anyways, because honestly, every time I did go out, I could just see and feel the judgmental looks from my friends and even strangers. How their eyes would immediately be drawn to my dark spots, like they were all silently wondering, how old is she really? It was humiliating. And the more I tried to hide it, the more isolated I felt. I started avoiding social gatherings and declining invitations. I didn't want to be compared to my younger looking friends. I didn't want to be the old lady in the group. And then, one day, after a truly humiliating episode at my grandson's kindergarten class, the reality of my situation hit me like a ton of bricks. It was like a punch in the gut, something that left me feeling hopelessly old, but that would also lead me to the dark spot erasing secret that changed everything, clearing my skin when nothing else had been able to, and wiping away more than 10 years of aging from my face. This same secret has now helped over 76,300 women, and even some men too, to go from this to this, and from this to this. And I know this will work for you as well. So it was Special Friend Day at my grandson Billy's school, when the children got to invite a family member or a loved one to join their class for the day. And to my absolute delight, Billy had invited me. As I walked into the bustling classroom, I was smiling from ear to ear. But as I looked around at the other adults, a wave of realization washed over me. Most of the other children had invited their moms, and all these other women were so energetic and youthful looking. Their skin was clear and glowing, with no signs of the same dark spots that marked my own. And against their youthful glow, I felt like an old woman. It really shook me. But I tried my best to ignore my feelings and to focus on enjoying this special day with my Billy, which I was able to do for about an hour or so. But then it happened. For the final activity of the day, the children were asked to draw portraits of their grandparents. And to my absolute horror, when my grandson Billy proudly held up his picture, I saw that he had drawn my face complete with dozens of dark spots, which he'd accentuated with a brown marker. And before I could even react, one of Billy's classmates pointed at the picture and blurted out, "Why does your grandma have poop all over her face?" The room erupted in giggles from the other children. The other parents and grandparents gasped, and I saw that several of them were fighting to hold back laughter of their own. All their eyes were on me, and I was horrified. With shaky legs, I ran out of the room to the nearest bathroom, where I stood in front of the mirror, looking hard at the woman who I saw reflected back. I looked tired, worn out, a far cry from the beautiful woman I'd once been. And I felt a wave of frustration washing over me, because I'd been doing everything the right way for as long as I could remember. Wearing sunscreen, using moisturizers, trying to avoid direct sunlight. And yet, my dark spots had only gotten worse and worse. It was hard to accept. I felt like I was mourning my youth. It was one of the most humiliating days of my life. And if you had told me that just a few weeks later, a handsome man whom I'd only just met would be handing me an incredible dark spot erasing breakthrough that would not just remove every single blemish from my skin in a matter of weeks, but then go on to do the same thing for more than 76,300 women and men, I would never have believed you. And yet that's exactly what happened. So let me keep going here. A few weeks after that soul-crushing incident at my grandson Billy's school, I received a call from Jane, an old friend whom I hadn't seen in over a year, and she was asking if we could meet up for coffee. Frankly, the idea of stepping out and exposing my dark spots in a social setting was something I wanted to avoid at all costs, but I knew that I would regret not taking the time to catch up with my longtime friend. So, reluctantly, I agreed to meet. When I walked into the coffee shop, though, I thought maybe I'd gotten the day or the time wrong, because I couldn't spot Jane anywhere. As I scanned the coffee shop for her, I heard my name being called. I followed the voice to a corner table, and my heart almost skipped a beat. It was Jane, all right, but I hadn't even recognized her. She looked stunning, at least 15 years younger than the last time I'd seen her. And while she'd always had plenty of dark spots just like me, now her skin was completely clear and luminous. It was shocking. How could this be the same Jane who had struggled with the same skin issues as me? I just stood there, gaping at the woman who used to share my pain, but who now looked like she had discovered the fountain of youth. And we'd barely said 5 words to one another when, unable to hold in my curiosity, I just blurted out, "Jane, you look incredible, like you've turned back time. Your skin is simply glowing." Jane leaned in closer, a playful twinkle in her eye. "Well," she began, her voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper, "I do have a little secret." "An exceptionally skilled plastic surgeon?" I asked. I wasn't trying to be funny, but Jane let out this loud laugh when I asked her that. And then she told me that no, there wasn't a plastic surgeon. Instead, it was thanks to a new dermatologist she'd been seeing, a man named Dr. Peter Brooks. "That's actually why I'm in town," Jane continued, sipping her coffee. "I came to see him." Then Jane reached into her bag and pulled out a small card. Passing it across the table, she told me that this man was a miracle worker and urged me to give him a call so I could see for myself. Later that day, I took the card Jane had given me out of my purse and I called Dr. Brooks's office to make an appointment. And then, 2 weeks later, there I was, sitting across from Dr. Brooks in his office, staring at all the diplomas and awards on the wall, which were from some of the world's most prestigious medical schools and research centers, and trying not to feel overwhelmed as Dr. Brooks casually mentioned that, before opening his practice, he had been the director of one of the world's leading anti-aging research centers in Boston for 16 years. And then Dr. Brooks looked right at me, and he asked me something very strange. "Have you ever heard of something called leaky skin?" I told Dr. Brooks that I hadn't, and he said that was okay since most people hadn't, but that, when it comes to the dark spots on our face, hands, and chest, the reason behind them is almost always this thing called leaky skin. Although dermatologists and skincare experts never want to talk about it. That confused me at first. But Dr. Brooks was very patient, and he explained it to me like this. He said that, as I probably knew, dark spots are caused by melanin, and melanin is a brownish-colored pigment in everybody's skin. Dr. Brooks said the job of melanin is to help protect our skin from UV radiation from the sun, and because our whole body needs protection from the sun, normally melanin is spread out evenly through our skin. This gives our skin an even, healthy-looking tone, and this is true no matter what color your skin is. So far, so good. But here's where things got really interesting. Dr. Brooks told me that a few years back, scientists at Harvard and the Department of Dermatology at Mass General Hospital made an extremely important discovery. They found that when dark spots form and become more visible over time, what's really happening is that all the melanin that's normally spread evenly throughout our skin is breaking apart, disintegrating into millions of microscopic fragments that begin to leak, seeping into the dermis, which is the second layer of our skin, where they become trapped. You can see what this looks like here. See all those small orange circles in the middle? Those are melanin pigments in your skin. And those really tiny dots surrounding the orange circles? Those are little fragments of melanin that have broken free. And what the scientists at Harvard and Mass General found is that those fragments then begin to rise towards the surface of our skin like tiny polluted springs. And then, instead of remaining evenly spread out throughout the surface of your skin, these fragments pool together right beneath the surface, creating these ugly brown reservoirs that you and I call dark spots. Isn't that wild? And Dr. Brooks told told me that, over time, as more and more melanin leaks towards the surface of your skin, it means that not only do you form more and more dark spots, but they become darker and more noticeable too. Dr. Brooks said this is why most skin creams and even things like laser surgery never do much to fade our dark spots, because either they don't penetrate deep enough into the skin, or even if they do, none of those things target leaking melanin, and that's what causes those dark spots in the first place. And if you're wondering why the melanin in your skin would break into fragments and leak towards the surface of your skin in the first place, Dr. Brooks said that while, sure, the usual suspects like sun damage and just getting old might play a small role, the real culprit is something much more shocking, something nobody is talking about, even though it's right under our noses. Sorolins, Dr. Brooks told me. And he went on to tell me that sorolins are chemical compounds found in healthy foods like carrots and celery, along with several popular medications. But what is really problematic about these chemicals is that, starting about 15 years ago, big companies began adding sorolins to virtually every major sunscreen brand and skincare cream that you can think of, marketing them as being helpful for conditions like psoriasis, eczema, and vitiligo. Except that was a huge mistake, because shocking research from places like the American Academy of Dermatology has now found that these sorolins are bad news for your skin, acting like a photosensitizer that makes melanin more sensitive to the sun. It's almost like these sorolins make melanin brittle and flaky, Dr. Brooks said, and every time you sit by a window or drive in your car or even take a step outside, that brittle melanin gets chipped away at by the UV rays, then leaks right towards the surface of your skin. Isn't that nuts? The very products we trust to protect and nourish our skin were backstabbing us, making our dark spots worse. I felt betrayed, but I also knew there had to be something we could do about all of this, since, after all, Dr. Brooks had helped my friend Jane to completely eliminate her dark spots, even though she'd been suffering from them for years. So what's the answer here, doctor? I asked with a note of desperation in my voice. And while I was expecting Dr. Brooks to tell me that I would need some expensive prescription cream or maybe even some kind of surgery with knives or lasers, to my surprise, Dr. Brooks said that actually getting rid of dark spots is a lot easier than most people think. In fact, it's literally painless. And it doesn't cost a fortune either. Actually, all this research has been a huge blessing, he said, because now that we know what's actually causing our dark spots, we also know what to do about the problem. And if we really want to erase our dark spots and make our skin years younger, we just have to do two things. First, we have to stop melanin from leaking to the surface of the skin. And second, we need to flush out the dark spots that we already have. Dr. Brooks said that that's what the treatment he'd given Jane did. It was something he'd been working on ever since that research from Harvard and Mass General first came out. And to his knowledge, he is the only person on the planet who has come up with a solution that actually eradicates dark spots for good. And that in every single patient who has used what he created, the results have been remarkable. Because not only were their dark spots permanently eliminated, but the wrinkles, creases, and fine lines on their face, hands, neck, and chest vanished as well, leaving the women and men who used it looking anywhere from 10 to 25 years younger on average. And to my surprise, Dr. Brooks said that this whole solution came down to a group of natural extracts and compounds, each of which has been shown in multiple scientific studies to penetrate deep into our skin to stop melanin from leaking to the surface, and to flush away the melanin that has already pooled up into dark spots. Then Dr. Brooks proceeded to tell me what each of those compounds is, and I'll share them with you right now too. That way you can start using them for yourself immediately. The first compound that Dr. Brooks shared with me is something called mandelic acid, a unique compound that's derived from bitter almonds. Dr. Brooks said he liked to refer to mandelic acid as a melanin mop because it was scientifically proven to penetrate the skin barrier and immediately go to the leaking melanin that's spreading through your skin. Then Dr. Brooks told me about a groundbreaking study from the Department of Dermatology at the University of Utah, where they treated over 1,100 patients suffering from abnormal abnormal pigmentation, including leaky skin and dark spots, with an extremely pure form of mandelic acid. And to the complete shock of both the scientists who did this study and the patients who received this treatment, those who received this special form of mandelic acid saw a 50% improvement in their dark spots in just a few weeks. So just imagine that, Dr. Brooks said. Half of your dark spots could potentially be gone in less than a month from now. And that was just one study. But Dr. Brooks told me that in another study that was published in the Journal of Drugs in Dermatology, scientists saw a 73% improvement in abnormal pigmentation and dark spots in a large group of women who were treated with laboratory-grade mandelic acid. And Dr. Brooks said the power of this melanin-mopping almond extract didn't just stop at dark spots either, because in a study published in the Journal of Cutaneous and Aesthetic Surgery, people with severe acne and hyperpigmentation were given a potent form of mandelic acid for 12 weeks. And at the end of those 3 months, these women saw a 74.14% reduction in both acne and hyperpigmentation. So that means, in this study, these women's dark spots were visibly reduced, their skin tone became more even, and the overall appearance of their skin improved significantly as their acne disappeared, Dr. Brooks told me. And Dr. Brooks still wasn't finished, because finally, he showed me the results of an incredible clinical trial that was performed by scientists at the world-renowned Jacobs Center for Cosmetic Surgery in California, where they found that when women between the ages of 42 and 68 used a laboratory-grade extract of mandelic acid daily for 4 weeks, their skin elasticity increased by 25.4%, and the firmness of their skin improved by 23.8%. Isn't that something? So with this one extract alone, not only will your skin appear brighter and more even-toned, but it'll also look and feel noticeably firmer and more supple to the touch. And remember, mandelic acid was just the first compound that Dr. Brooks shared with me. The effects of these compounds and extracts only become more powerful when they're combined. So the next compound Dr. Brooks told me about is something called kojic acid. He said this acid gets created as a byproduct during the fermentation of sake, which is a Japanese rice wine. But what makes kojic acid truly unique is that researchers at Georgetown University School of Medicine have proven conclusively that kojic acid has the remarkable ability to stop melanin from leaking through your skin, and that it also drains the reservoirs of melanin that are responsible for your visible dark spots. Then, Dr. Brooks showed me another study, this one conducted at the University of Texas, where scientists had treated 55 individuals with kojic acid and found that within just 1 week, leaky skin was reduced by a staggering 81%, while the appearance of age spots and hyperpigmentation were improved by 60%. And what's even more impressive is that in another study that Dr. Brooks showed me that had been recently published in the Journal of Dermatologic Surgery, scientists found that when a group of women were given a laboratory-grade extract of kojic acid for just a few weeks, not only did every single woman see her dark spots become drastically lighter, but in 51% of those women, their dark spots disappeared entirely. Isn't that incredible? Imagine that it's just a few weeks from now, and when you look at your reflection in the mirror, the dark spots are simply gone from your face, chest, and hands. How exciting would that be? Not only would you look a whole lot younger, I bet you'd feel much more confident too, since those dark visible signs of aging would be nowhere to be seen. That's what all these studies say is possible. And when you combine kojic acid with mandelic acid, the first compound Dr. Brooks shared, it becomes almost impossible for you not to see a significant improvement in your dark spots, since you'll be physically stopping your skin from leaking melanin to the surface as you flush away the dark spots that already exist. And here's the thing, the results are only going to get better when you add in the third ingredient that Dr. Brooks shared with me, a hidden gem found in the cold northern forests of Alaska and Siberia called bearberry. Dr. Brooks said that what makes this plant so special isn't just its ability to thrive in Earth's harshest climates, or that it blooms under the magical northern lights. It's that bearberry is loaded with something called arbutin, a very special compound that is rarely found in nature. And he told me that in a study from the Journal of Clinical and Experimental Dermatology, they found that when people struggling with hyperpigmentation applied a treatment containing arbutin-rich bearberry to their skin for 15 days, they saw their dark spots reduced by 43.5%. Then the doctor pointed to another study which was published in the very prestigious Journal of Cosmetic Science, where scientists tested arbutin-rich bearberry against hydroquinone, a common ingredient in many skin lightening creams, and found that arbutin-rich bearberry was 28.5% more effective at erasing dark spots. And he said that while both those studies were very impressive, the real kicker was a final randomized placebo-controlled double-blind trial published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology, where when 102 women with dark spots and skin discoloration were given a treatment with arbutin-rich bearberry, an incredible 75.86% of them saw a significant improvement in their dark spots within just a few weeks, while nearly all of them saw a major improvement after 2 months. So just imagine this pure, potent bearberry extract harvested from the wild northern forests working its magic on your skin as it stops melanin from leaking towards the surface and flushes out the pooled up melanin that's behind the dark spots you already have. How much money would you save on expensive skincare products, dermatologist visits, and treatments if you use these natural compounds? And how much will your life change as a result? Probably a lot. And in addition to mandelic acid, kojic acid, and arbutin-rich bearberry, Dr. Brooks said that the dark spot dissolving formula also included glycolic acid, which is derived from organic sugarcane. He explained that sugarcane has been used in traditional skincare routines around the world for centuries. But when its naturally occurring glycolic acid interacts with the other ingredients in this formula, its power triples, and it reduces dark spots and wrinkles in just a few weeks. The doctor also added wild licorice root extract, sourced from the last heritage licorice fields. These fields aren't just plots of land, but pages from history, still alive and flourishing. And licorice root has been celebrated for centuries due to its ability to soothe the skin while maintaining an even tone. Finally, he included sunflower lecithin. Sunflowers aren't just beautiful, they're a source of a powerful skincare agent that tackles a range of skin issues, from hydration to collagen production. As Dr. Brooks finished sharing each of these ingredients with me, I couldn't help but feel inspired. But what I really wanted to know was, would this formula really work for me? Based on all the scientific studies I've seen proving just how effective these special ingredients were for eliminating leaky skin and dark spots, along with the dozens of success stories from Dr. Brooks' private patients, which included my friend Jane, I knew it should. But I'd also been let down and disappointed so many times already that I didn't want to get my hopes up. Dr. Brooks said he understood how I felt. But what did I have to lose, he asked. And then he handed me a small, unmarked bottle that he said contained a carefully blended serum with each of the ingredients he'd shared with me. And he said I should apply it to my face, chest, hands, and anywhere else where I had unwanted dark spots. Then to reach out to him in 30 days with an update. So that night, as I was getting ready for bed, I opened the bottle and applied the serum to my skin. And I was happy to see that it wasn't greasy at all. Instead, it was lightweight and felt slightly cool to the touch. It had a very light, earthy scent that immediately made me feel safe and calm, and my skin absorbed it right away. Then, after I'd applied this serum all over like Dr. Brooks had told me, all I could do was wait. After the first couple of days using Dr. Brooks' serum, though, I didn't see a dramatic difference in the appearance of my dark spots. But that wasn't shocking, since I knew that, as Dr. Brooks had told me, it may take a while. The melanin that was leaking to my skin's surface and pooling into dark spots wasn't just going to disappear overnight. I needed to be patient. So I kept applying this lightweight serum filled with these special compounds day after day. And sure enough, by the end of the very first week. I could see my skin starting to transform. It was subtle at first. I'd catch a glimpse of my reflection and see that a particular dark spot wasn't quite as intense anymore. Or I'd wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and realize my skin looked a little brighter, a little clearer. And as days turned into weeks, the changes in my complexion became truly impossible to ignore. Before long, not only was every single dark spot disappearing entirely, but to my amazement, my skin was smoother and more radiant than it had been in years. The uneven patches that had long marred my complexion were vanishing before my eyes. Even the texture of my skin improved. And I've got to tell you, it was the most liberating feeling in the world. It seemed like just the day before I'd been listening to Dr. Brooks as he told me about this thing called leaky skin for the first time. Yet now, here I was, struggling to even find a single dark spot or wrinkle. And the whole process was so simple and hassle-free. I mean, I literally just had to apply this serum and my skin started to clear up. And what's even more amazing is that I'd achieved all of this with a completely natural solution, free from harmful chemicals or side effects, and without spending thousands of dollars on painful treatments or skin-damaging lasers. I'd regained control of my entire life. When my dark spots were at their worst, they made me feel invisible and old. But now, a few months later, there is an entire universe of possibilities opened back up to me. No more avoiding mirrors, no more feeling ashamed of my skin, no more hiding. Friends, coworkers, and even strangers started treating me differently. Whenever I met my friends for our weekly brunch, I could see the surprise in their eyes as they took in my clear, radiant skin. They couldn't believe the transformation, and I found myself basking in their compliments as they begged to know my secret. At work, all the girls half my age started asking me for skincare tips and beauty advice, and joking that I was like their newfound sister. Even the barista at my favorite coffee shop, a young man who'd always been polite but distant, started to playfully flirt with me when I went in to get my morning coffee. And the best part of all is what happened about 3 months later, when I picked up my grandson from school. As we walked to the car, a young mother approached me. Looking apologetic, she said, "I'm so sorry about what happened to your mom a few months ago. She looked so embarrassed, and I felt terrible for her. I was confused at first. Then I realized she'd mistaken me for my daughter. She thought I was my grandson's mother." I just smiled and said, "Thank you, I'll let her know." But inside, I was bursting with joy. I wouldn't have traded that feeling for anything. And after experiencing this remarkable transformation, thanks to Dr. Brooks's revolutionary leaky skin solution, I knew I had a duty to share this miracle with everyone. So I gathered my courage and dialed Dr. Brooks. "Dr. Brooks," I began, "I cannot thank you enough for helping me regain my confidence. I look in the mirror now and it's like I'm 20 years younger. How can we help as many women and men as possible to experience the same thing?" I was a little anxious about his response, but to my delight, Dr. Brooks was actually excited about the idea. He said he'd been thinking about it, but he had always been too busy to actually get everything started. He clearly needed help. So, together, we embarked on a mission to find the finest manufacturer who could help us bring this skin rejuvenating cream to those who needed it. We searched high and low for a partner who could meet our strict standards, someone who would handle the formula's ingredients with the respect they deserved. We spent countless hours securing the purest forms of the ingredients in Dr. Brooks's formula, and in some instances, we even managed to procure higher grade versions of these compounds than what Dr. Brooks had been using previously, which was really cool because usually those forms of these ingredients are only available to elite research laboratories at places like Stanford, Harvard, and Yale. And finally, after months of hard work and hundreds of thousands of dollars in expenses, we had a formula that we were incredibly excited about, and all we had to do was test it. So we turned to online communities, reaching out to women who had opened up about their struggles with dark spots, age spots, wrinkles, and the loss of confidence that came with them, asking for volunteers to try our breakthrough. And the feedback was astounding. Here's what Mary had to say.
"For years, I cringed every time I saw myself in a photo. My dark spots were a constant reminder of my age. But then I tried this serum and my skin started to change. I've regained my confidence and it feels like I've been given a new lease on life.
I have spent a fortune on skincare with little to no results. So I was a little skeptical when I received the serum, but you guys, it works. Not only are my dark circles and dark spots clearing up, but I am looking younger and my skin is looking more vibrant than it has in years.
Since hitting my 50s, I felt invisible. I saw my mother in the mirror, not myself. But this serum has brought back my youthful glow. I feel like me again.
Hearing these success stories filled us with immense joy. And now, we can't wait to share this breakthrough with you, so that you can immediately join the tens of thousands of folks like Mary, Linda, and Jennifer as you experience the magic of this dark spot removing breakthrough for yourself. So let me introduce you to Pure Lumen Essence, the ultimate solution for those who have been battling with stubborn dark spots and uneven skin tone. This potent serum is engineered to swiftly and effectively stop the leakage of melanin into your skin, while flushing away the pooled up melanin that's causing all your dark spots right now. And within just a few days of using it, you'll witness an unbelievable transformation unfolding and a noticeable change in the clarity of your skin. With those stubborn dark spots starting to fade, whether they're on your face, chest, neck, or hands, your dull, uneven skin tone will begin looking much brighter and healthier too. You'll notice as your skin gradually regains its natural glow, and you will love how your dark spots no longer make you feel self-conscious or isolated. Simply apply a tiny amount of this serum to anywhere on your skin where you have dark spots that you want to get rid of. As you touch it to your skin, you can almost feel the potent ingredients awakening, ready to work their magic. You'll feel the energy of both nature and science as each ingredient goes to work, eliminating dark spots, nourishing your skin, and restoring your youthful complexion. Over time, as you continue this ritual, you'll notice your skin slowly but surely regaining its natural glow. And that's all it takes to restore and rejuvenate your skin. We utilize only the most pristine ingredients in this dark spot erasing breakthrough. Each ingredient is tested and certified for purity by independent labs to guarantee the highest quality. This means our breakthrough doesn't contain any harmful substances or metals, and it's meticulously crafted with care and precision in a state-of-the-art facility that strictly adheres to all FDA guidelines and good manufacturing practices, GMP. This dark spot erasing breakthrough is also proudly made in the USA. It's no surprise that since we launched it, we've struggled to keep it in stock. In just 4 months, we've sold more than 76,321 bottles, and that number is growing every day. People all over the USA who have been wrestling with stubborn dark spots finally have a natural solution that works. And they're sharing it with their friends and family too. But with such high demand, it's only a matter of time before we run out. And since our premium natural ingredients are sourced from around the globe, and we're getting the same ultra-high grade forms that are normally only available to places like Harvard, Yale, and Stanford, it's very hard to keep this breakthrough in stock. That's why it's crucial that you place your order for as much of this dark spot erasing formula as possible right now. The last thing we want is for you to interrupt your treatment before your skin has been fully rejuvenated, because if that happens, the melanin that causes dark spots will just start leaking into your skin again. In fact, from what we've observed and what our customers tell us, the best results are seen when someone uses this dark spot erasing breakthrough for at least 180 days. This gives you the best chance at clear, radiant skin, while ensuring your skin stays healthy and vibrant for years to come. Don't let your stubborn dark spots win. Make sure to secure your supply today and say goodbye to the embarrassment and frustrations of uneven skin tone. We've worked hard to ensure that this dark spot erasing formula is affordable for everyone who needs it. After carefully selecting the finest ingredients, managing production, and keeping costs low, I'm proud to offer you this game-changing breakthrough at the lowest possible price. You'll never have to waste your hard-earned money on a another tube of ineffective, overpriced cream or painful laser treatments again. And you can say goodbye to the thousands of dollars that most dermatologists want to charge for treatments that don't guarantee results. This dark spot erasing breakthrough is exclusively available on this website, and only as long as our current stocks last. Dr. Brooks and I agree that we never want to mass produce this breakthrough, as that would inevitably compromise its quality. We're committed to producing only as much as we can personally oversee. So if you stumble upon this dark spot erasing breakthrough anywhere other than this website, be warned that it's not the real deal. We will never sell on Amazon, eBay, or any other platform. We can't guarantee the quality if we expand that big. This dark spot erasing breakthrough can eliminate your stubborn dark spots now and maintain your youthful, radiant skin for many years to come. Say goodbye to those expensive, ineffective creams that just mask the real issue of your skin, and instead, you can ensure a flawless, radiant complexion day after day. Imagine not having to hide behind layers of makeup just to conceal those stubborn dark spots. And feel the relief that comes from stepping out confidently, with or without makeup, or the joy of looking in the mirror and loving the reflection you see. With this breakthrough, you'll never miss a moment due to insecurities about your skin. Just think of how amazing it will be to regain your youthful confidence, and to see the admiration and surprise in the faces of your loved ones. Wouldn't that make you feel so much more connected to your friends, family, and even strangers? When you invest in this dark spot erasing breakthrough today, you'll spend less than you would on a single session of laser treatment, painful chemical peels, and those fancy, ineffective creams. Yet, unlike any of those methods, this breakthrough formula is what I believe to be the only real chance of erasing your dark spots for good. Plus, considering the fact that there's only one facility in the world that meets our quality control expectation that each bottle of this breakthrough contains the purest and most potent form of these ingredients on the planet, today's special low price is a steal, if you ask me, because this is not about making a profit. This is about rejuvenating and restoring the skin of not just me, but all the other people like you who are tormented and frustrated by stubborn dark spots and who worry that if they don't do something soon, they'll lose their confidence and self-esteem. That's why Dr. Brooks and I have negotiated hard to bring you this breakthrough for less than $2 a day. But this special discounted package is only available today on this webpage and while supplies last. It's the deepest discount we've ever offered, and we're only doing it because we know what a difference this dark spot erasing breakthrough will make in your life. For 6 bottles of this dark spot erasing breakthrough, you'll invest only $49 per bottle. And this is the right quantity to truly and totally erase your dark spots as you stop the melanin leakage and ensure that your skin remains spotless forever. And if you choose your package right now, you will risk absolutely nothing, because we want you to be certain that this dark spot erasing breakthrough is right for you. We offer every single person a 60-day money-back guarantee. That means you'll have a full 60 days to test drive this dark spot erasing breakthrough for yourself. I know you'll be thrilled with your results, but if for any reason you're not 100% satisfied with your order, simply contact our friendly support staff, send back all the bottles, even if they're empty, and they will issue a refund. You know what? If you buy our 6-bottle package and your dark spots fade before you finish, feel free to send us back the bottles you haven't used, and you'll get your money back for every single one of them. Even though, if I were you, I would save them for my friends or family. That is how confident we are that this dark spot erasing breakthrough can do wonders. To put it bluntly, either you love our product or you don't pay a dime. That's just how I believe business should be done. What could be simpler than that? And because you're covered by our 60-day, no-hassle money-back guarantee, why not take advantage of our 6-month highly discounted package? It really is the smartest option. I mean, you're protected either way. If you love this dark spot erasing breakthrough, you're locked into our lowest rate of just $49 per bottle, saving more than anybody else. And if this dark spot erasing breakthrough doesn't work for you, then you simply ask for a refund and lose nothing. No matter what happens, you truly only have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Moreover, when you choose the best quantity of our dark spot erasing breakthrough today, I'm also going to include 2 bonus guides worth $109. Absolutely free. So today only, when you invest in a 3 or 6 month option, you'll also receive a free copy of Body Glow Up, simple skin tightening and cellulite banishing tips that work like magic. As you now understand, your skin and its radiance are interconnected, and with this breakthrough, you're going to be halting melanin leakages that cause dark spots to form, while also flushing away the melanin that's already pooled up. So in essence, you're already going to be doing something amazing for your skin today. And we thought, why stop there? Especially when Dr. Brooks is a world-renowned expert on skin health. So I asked him to create this book, Body Glow Up, and inside it, you'll find simple at-home techniques for a tighter, cellulite-free skin, like the at-home skin tightening scrub you can add to your bath to see your skin become tighter, firmer, and sexier by the day. The #1 deep-sea ingredient that works wonders for tightening loose skin and getting rid of cellulite in record time. The 3 best ways to boost skin elasticity and cause your skin to snap back to its tight, firm, and youthful state. 3 delicious foods to add to your diet for cellulite-free skin in as little as a couple of weeks. You'll find all these secrets and more inside this guide, and it's yours for free when you order the discounted 3 or 6 month package. And the second free guide I'll be giving you today is truly special. It's called the Effortless Guide to Age-Defying Locks and Stunning Nails. And inside, you'll get the most definitive and easy to follow plan for achieving the hair and nails of your dreams. Plus, you'll also see the strange reason why the herb you cook with can lead to the strongest, most stunning nails imaginable, the shocking truth about your shower head and why it might be the real culprit behind your stunted hair growth, and the best way to massage your scalp to encourage hair growth faster than you ever thought possible. Both guides are yours free when you buy the 3-pack or 6-pack on sale, and you'll get access to them immediately. But that's not all, because when you order the discounted 3-month or 6-month package, you'll also enjoy free shipping, which is an additional savings of $9.95. But remember, the special multi-bottle discount and the free shipping won't last forever. When we run out of this dark spot erasing breakthrough, it could take us weeks, even months, to prepare a new batch. So select the 6-bottle package or whichever package you prefer right below this video now to secure your order. This is truly the most intelligent and crucial investment you'll ever make to restore and rejuvenate your skin, erasing those stubborn dark spots for good. And I'm sure you must be eager to try this game-changing serum for yourself. So all you have to do to claim your discount is simply click the button below now to order the 6-month supply or whatever quantity suits your needs best. And after you've chosen your package, you'll be taken to our secure order page where you can fill out your shipping and payment details. Our system uses the same pro-grade 256-bit encryption technology as places like Amazon, eBay, and Walmart, so you can rest assured that your information is completely safe with us. Once you hit enter, you'll land on our confirmation page, which will carefully outline exactly what to expect with your order. But I do need to warn you, there are times when we face temporary sold-out situations. While we do everything we can to avoid this, it's just the reality of trying to get a revolutionary product like this to so many eager people placing substantial orders all at once. But don't worry, as long as you're watching this video right now and there's no out of stock icon popping up, we still have bottles of this dark spot erasing breakthrough available. But I thought it was important to mention this because we can't predict when we might run out of stock next. And I don't want you to be in that unfortunate situation where you fall in love with this dark spot erasing breakthrough only to return to this page a month later to discover that it's completely sold out. So that's just another reason why our 6-month option is the most popular. Not only will you experience the full benefits of this dark spot erasing breakthrough, but you'll also have plenty of time to place a follow-up order if you choose to. So go ahead and order the 6-month supply, or whatever makes the most sense for you. Now, we've reached that crucial point where you need to make a choice. You've heard all the science behind this dark spot erasing breakthrough, and listened to the incredible stories from people just like you who have changed their lives in mere moments a day. Dr. Brooks and I both stand fully behind this incredible breakthrough, and we've done all we can to make your choice today one of the simplest, most reasonable decisions you've ever made. Regardless of the size of your order, you're 100% safeguarded by our 60-day money-back guarantee. But in the end, the choice is yours to make. Only you can take that initial step towards a truly transformed life. If you're still feeling a little hesitant, then I implore you, do not let uncertainty or doubt hold you back, because you're completely safe and protected here. And when you pause to consider it, what's your other option? I can only imagine the countless failed solutions you've tried in the past that left you feeling disappointed, anxious, and hopeless. I understand, because I'm certain I've tried them all too. But now, you have something entirely different in front of you. You could close this page right now after hearing everything I've shared, but what would change? You just end up back on that endless cycle of failed products. Another expensive cream that promises but doesn't deliver. The frustration of looking in the mirror and seeing those stubborn dark spots still there, because your skin condition is not improving. Feeling disheartened as the dark spots on your skin continue to multiply, or the uneven skin tone becomes more noticeable. The way it affects your self-esteem, your confidence to face the world becoming less vibrant. We both know that's no way to live. This is why I'm reaching out to you now to offer a way out. You don't even have to say yes. All you need to do is say maybe. You could be just moments away from feeling like you've got a new lease on life. A life filled with flawless skin, where you see your reflection and love every detail, and where you step out each day feeling like you're in control. All of that and more could be just a click away. And while the decision is entirely yours to make, I genuinely hope you make the right choice and erase your dark spots for good. All you have to do to get started is to choose your package from below right now. And I'll see you on the other side to help you continue your journey. Regardless of your choice, I want to personally thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. I wish you all the health, happiness, and radiance in the world. Still there? I know we've covered a lot, so let's go over some of the most frequently asked questions. Question number 1, how does the dark spot erasing breakthrough work again? As Dr. Brooks explained, the true cause of dark spots is what's called leaky skin. When melanin breaks down and pools up within the second layer of your skin, it forms dark spots. This dark spot erasing breakthrough stops that from happening. By preventing melanin from leaking and pooling up, it eliminates dark spots and flushes away the melanin that has already pooled up, so that you once again have a clear, radiant complexion. Question number 2, who should use this dark spot erasing breakthrough? If you had asked me that question 10 years ago, I would have said just people with stubborn dark spots. But now, with all the new research showing that more and more people are struggling with dark spots, I suggest that anyone who is even remotely concerned about their skin should use it. Question number 3, what happens after I click the button below? Once you choose your package below, you'll go to our 100% secure checkout page. Then just enter your payment information and place your order. And don't worry, there's no automatic billing or anything like that. After that, you'll receive your order of this dark spot erasing breakthrough in the next 5 to 7 business days in a discreet package, which means you're less than a week away from beginning to restore your skin and regaining the confidence that comes from having a clear, radiant complexion. Question number 4, what if it doesn't work for me? That's easy. Remember, this dark spot erasing breakthrough comes with a 100% money-back guarantee. That means you order this dark spot erasing breakthrough today, then have a full 60 days to decide if it's right for you. If you're like the thousands of other men and women who have used this advanced dark spot erasing formula already, then you will be thrilled with the results. But if for any reason you're not, simply call or email our customer service team and we'll refund your investment. Question number 5. How long will this dark spot erasing breakthrough be available? That's a tough one. My goal is to make a huge impact by helping to restore the skin of folks across the country. But because most people in the skincare industry aren't too happy with us and our breakthrough, it's uncertain how much longer this breakthrough will be available. Plus, with all the issues our world is facing right now, the economy isn't what it used to be. Supply chains are affected, and ingredients are a little harder to come by. That's why it's important you get this dark spot erasing breakthrough today, especially since it comes with a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which means there's zero risk to you. It's also why you really should stock up. Question number 6. All right, I want to try this dark spot erasing breakthrough. Now what? That's the easy part. Just click one of the buttons below and choose your package. Remember, you can get started and save over 70% by choosing our most popular 6-bottle package. Just fill out your details on the next page to complete your order, and this dark spot erasing formula will be in your hands within the next 5 to 7 business days. Plus, there's no risk because of my ironclad 60-day guarantee. This presentation is now ending, and I want to thank you for sticking with me all the way until the end. Go ahead and choose your package now. Use this dark spot erasing breakthrough as directed for at least 30 days. Then reach out and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.